Welcome back to GBGuns, back from the range with the Citadel M1911 Madagascar. Very handsome looking piece. We ran What's for Dinner. We ran a multi-mag of sorts. I have all of these different magazines for 9mm 1911s. Unfortunately, not all of them are labeled with who made them, but I can tell you that we were able to use all of them thanks to the design of this gun. So some 9mm 1911s are a little picky when it comes to magazines. This one is not, and thanks to Gun Mag Warehouse, we're able to give a try to a lot of different designs and styles, and we had 0 issues. So that is a positive. I'm going to fight this very stiff spring here and get this thing taken apart and cleaned up while you guys watch, and you'll see Matty AR and BurgundyBomber give the gun a try, after which I'll let you know my thoughts on this thing. Man, I wish I still had one of those handy 1911 tools with me. Anyways, why don't you guys enjoy the footage? I'll be cleaning this gun.
Starting things off with full mag plus 1. Oh my god. Got lost in the pocket.
What's for dinner today is going from 90 grain all the way up to 158 grain. As you can see, we've got regular brass, we've got aluminum, steel, nickel plated brass. The steel is lacquered. We have round nose, stubbies, hollow points, all to see what the gun will run. We fire 3 shots of each, and only 3, because you need 1 round to see if it'll feed out of a magazine from the slide lock. Then does that round generate enough energy to cycle and feed the second round? So really you can get away with 2. The third is a bonus, and we'll be shooting at a target to see if there's any notable point of impact shift as we move through these loads.
Starting with the Winchester Super Clean 90 grain.
Smells like cinnamon.
Oh, that was rough shooting. Fiocchi 100 grain. So just to make a note, the slide did not lock back while shooting the Fiocchi because the ammo is just a little too soft for it. But we're going to move on to the Remington, which is a 115 grain. See if that's any better. Never mind. Gold dot 115. Blazer aluminum 115 grain.
All right, for target number 6, I'll be using Wolf Lacquered 115 grain. Sun's in my eyes. And for target number 7, we'll be using Remington Golden Saber 124 grain. Target number 8, we'll be using American Eagle 147 grain full metal jacket flat point. Not sure what happened there on the 9. For target number 9, we'll be using Browning BPT 147 grain. Sun is right in my eyes. This is great. Points for Kendra. All right, for target number 10, last but not least, we'll be using Subsonic 150 grain. Right on target. Definitely likes the heavier ammo. All right, so for 5 shots at 7 yards, we're going to be using the Subsonic 158 grain. This gun seemed to perform really well with it, so we want to see how it does.
Which target are you going after?
I'll be going after the right square. Really?
See, folks, it's not raining in Oregon for once, so instead we get all this wind.
Very good.
At the slight angle. Gonna see how the heavier ammunition feeds.
For the bottom 10 ring. is really smooth on that 158. It almost feels lazy. The gun just kind of like...
My thoughts on this 1911. As you may already know, 1911 style are my absolute favorite guns. The grips on this are super comfortable as far as slim and ergonomics for my hand. However, the griplings on this are a little bit rough. I can definitely feel it when I'm tensing up. The trigger, great recoil, has a really smooth finish on it, not super gritty. Minimal recoil, it's great for a 9mm, and super accurate. So really enjoy this gun.
Okay, my thoughts on this gun, now that I've fired with the accuracy of using the higher grain ammunition, feeds a lot better, runs a lot better, definitely a lot better accuracy. It's a good 9mm, it's a good 1911, there's not really anything negative you can say about this gun.
So 9mm 1911s used to be thought of as something that was unpredictable, unreliable, or picky. We tested out with 4 other random magazines, not the ones included with the gun, that I happen to have on hand. They weren't all labeled, so we couldn't tell you what they were, but it ran with all of those. That made range time a whole lot easier for us, as it would for you, not having to be so concerned about the magazines. It fed everything, and I have to agree with BurgundyBomber and Maddie. Brilliant move on grouping with that subsonic 158 grain. The gun almost feels lazy, just barely spits it out. And a 9mm all steel 1911 like this is already a kitten to shoot. I mean, just really soft recoil because it's such a heavy gun for the caliber. But you put that subsonic in there and it's just really smooth, not intimidating at all. I could see someone getting comfortable shooting, learning to shoot with this specific combination.
So, what did y'all think? I can tell you I am greatly impressed with this thing. Not only does it look sharp, but it is a really smooth shooter. That rifling meant that the heavier loads did great for accuracy, as you saw. BurgundyBomber preferred the 158 grain, which is a subsonic load and super heavy, obviously, for caliber, and out of this gun just spit at the target and made it super soft and comfortable to shoot, as if you needed anything to make it any more comfortable. A 9mm 1911 is already a dream. This is a very impressive gun, and I'm really hoping that the rest of the Citadel line performs like this did, because this was a pleasant surprise, really. The only potential complaint I could have about it would be the sights just aren't to my liking. They obviously work just fine. I mean, you saw our groups, but they are plain. And at this price tag, I would prefer a night sight or a different type of sight, but that's a personal preference, as are all sights, just like grips. Some of you might not like these grips. I think they look pretty good. The red on the stark gray, kind of GBGuns themed-ish. And it's been an absolute pleasure to have. I would really hope that Citadel would let us hang on to this thing and use it in the future, because it was just a great performer, and I think a great standard of how a 9mm 1911 should be. Thanks for watching.